Welcome to Lesson 2 in Unit 3, Make It Go. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, how can we change the direction or speed of a toy? In this lesson, students use Matchbox cars to investigate how to change the speed or direction with a push and pull. Students figure out that changing the strength or direction of the force of an object changes the object's motion. Students make connections to the storyline by discovering that they can alter an object's motion by changing the strength and direction of the force applied to a Galimoto. There are several opportunities for ELA and math cross-curricular connections throughout the lesson. You can look for specific standard connections in the Unit 3 Teacher Guide. This lesson will take approximately 5 days to complete. To begin the Engage portion, you'll ask students questions about what they've learned and what causes a Galimoto to move, and how they think they could get it to move faster or in a different direction. You'll then revisit the driving question board and add any new questions and highlight others connected to the learning goals of this lesson by calling attention to questions about how we can change the direction or speed of a toy. For the Explore portion, you'll prepare the Changing Speed and Direction investigation. See the teacher tutorial slides showing the setup and procedure. As students are completing trials, you'll have them draw pictures of their results on the Changing Speed and Direction student journal page. For the Explain portion, you'll bring the class together and lead a discussion about students' observations from their Changing Speed investigation. They can use the Changing Speed and Direction student journal page to share their data. You'll use the questions provided in the teacher guide to guide your discussions around the question, how can we change the direction or speed of a toy? The goal of this class discussion is to analyze student data and identify that changing a force has an effect on the direction or speed of a toy car. You'll create a class data table so that students can recognize patterns across each group's data. You'll use the discussion to create the Lesson 2 summary chart. By the end of the discussion, students should understand that we can push or pull the Galimoto with different strengths to get it to move fast or slow. The place we push or pull it from will determine which direction it goes. Drawing pictures and diagrams to show key ideas can help students summarize their learning from the investigation. During the discussion, you can post the position, speed, and direction vocabulary cards. You'll also have students get into groups with their Matchbox cars and explain their findings on the Changing Speed and Direction Conclusion student journal page. You'll then introduce the book, The Enormous Turnip. Use the Read Aloud guide to focus on key ideas. For the Elaborate portion, you'll show students a picture of a Galimoto and ask what they think is needed to move it faster, slower, or to change the direction. For the Evaluate, you'll ask students to pick one toy and show you and explain to you the effects of different strengths of pushes and pulls, and the effects of pushing and pulling the object in different places. To support student sense-making across the unit, you'll orient them back to the driving question board. You'll ask, what did we learn about how we can change the direction or speed of a toy? And what new questions do we have? By the end of the lesson, students will have planned and conducted an investigation to explain the effect of different pushes and pulls on speed and direction, and analyzed data from tests of an object to determine changes in motion. In Lesson 3, students will investigate what happens when objects collide. For the Optional Extend, you can have students use the toys and what they know about force and motion to create a course that includes changing speed, direction, and requires multiple uses of force. For more information about this unit, visit mysitepartners.com.